Okay, so for your last quiz, I want you to get one of crosswise and kindly answer this two-part assessment po. For the first part, in your one half crosswise, I want you to balance the following chemical equations by supplying the necessary numerical coefficients po, gaya ng na-discuss natin kanina. So you have here 6 equations that you need to balance. And then for the next part, we have part 2, multiple choice. Kindly answer the following questions po. Only 5 questions po. Just write the letter of your choice and then followed by the kindly copy the complete answers po. Not just only the letters. This is number 1. This is for number 2. This is for number 3. This is for number 4. So take note po yung O2 dito yung 2 po is subscript. And this is for number 5. I want you to answer this quiz and then submit that by the second day of our exam. Make sure to comply po kasi this is very important. Okay, so yan, good morning ulit students. So for today, we will be covering our last topic, which is also part of your examination. So for today, our topic is chemical equations, especially on how to balance chemical equation. So just like what we tackled yesterday about chemical reaction, each chemical reaction can be represented by a chemical equation. So chemists, as I have said yesterday, observe chemical reactions and they have come up or developed a way in order to represent chemical reaction. So for example, we have here sodium chloride. So in our term, di ba, yung sodium chloride is yung parang asin, po, asin or salt. So here, in sodium chloride, in order to make that, solid sodium combines with chlorine gas to make sodium chloride. So this one, ito pong nandito, okay, this one is a representation of that chemical reaction. So again, we have sodium, solid sodium, combines, that's what we mean by plus there, with chlorine gas. This one is chlorine gas. And then, in order to make that arrow represents na may nabubuo na something. And that something is the sodium chloride po. So itong nandito po, that's what we call a chemical equation. So a chemical equation, as you can see, there are different symbols we can use or maximize para ma-represent natin yung isang chemical reaction. Now, there are symbols, as I have said, in order to represent a certain chemical reaction through a chemical equation. So, kanina, na in the case of sodium chloride, okay, may mga symbol tayo na nakita doon. First is the plus sign. So, yung ibig sabihin ng plus sign, that one is to separate more than one reactant. Yun po. So, kapag meron tayong kino-combine na dalawang reactants, ano po ba sir yung reactants? Yung reactants ay yung nasa left side. Okay, yung nasa left side. So in the case of sodium chloride, yung sodium at yung chlorine gas kanina, yun yung reactants natin. So we try to separate them using the plus sign. Pag sinabi 'di ba ng plus, we are trying to combine. Another is the arrow sign. So yung arrow sign, it separates reactants from product and indicates the direction of reaction. So, meaning to say, may nangyaring reaction and that arrow which proceeds to the product side, yung nasa right side kanina, which is NaCl, that's the product, okay? Yun yung nabuo. So, this symbol arrow indicates the direction of the reaction. And we have also symbols na nilalagay natin sa katabi ng mga elements or compounds. Po. So we have here S, AQ, L, and G. So S represents solid. Ibig sabihin yung particular element or compound na yon or substance na yon ay nasa solid state. AQ, that is something that is dissolved in water. AQ stands for aqueous. Meaning to say, na-dissolve siya sa tubig. L, nasa liquid state. G, nasa gaseous state. And there are reactions also or chemical equations na may makikita kayong ganito. Okay po. Ang ibig sabihin lang yan ay reversible. Ibig sabihin, pwede natin, ano tawag dyan, yung specific chemical reaction na to, pwede itong makabalik sa dati niyang state or yung product na nabuo ay pwede makabalik doon sa reactants. Okay po. So, pag sinabi kasing reactant and product, reactant is the before and then yung product is yung after. So, yung reactants usually nagko-combine siya at times and then para may mabuong product. So, sa reversible reaction, ibig sabihin yan, makakabalik lang siya, reverse, ibig sabihin po, makakabalik lang siya sa dati niyang state or composition. And then, if we have this arrow and then nasa ibabaw yung triangle, that indicates na merong heat na na-supply sa reaction. Okay? And then, we have here arrow na nasa baba yung PT, that means na merong catalyst. So, catalyst is the one that speeds up reaction po. So, mga dinadagdag lang to sa isang reaction para mas mapabilis or mapa-speed up. Po. So, these are some of the symbols used in chemical equations. So, chemical equations are different from the equations that you have learned in mathematics po. However, meron din siyang similarity. Okay? So, in math, we have this numerical equation, 3x plus 2y is equal to 47. Okay? Kung saan yung x and y, these are the variables, diba, sa math na pinag-aralan nyo din. But for chemical equation, that is different. Just like what we cited kanina, the formation of sodium chloride, okay, the formation of sodium chloride, nandito na po yung tinatawag natin na reactants. Ito naman po yung product. Yan po. Sa reactants side ay meron tayong plus sign. Ibig sabihin na nagsaseparate ito, meron tayong combination ng dalawang reactants na to para makabuo ng isang product. Yan po. So as you can see here, not only meron tayong mga chemical symbol, meron din tayong mga numbers na nakikita po. Okay? So as I have said, reactant A, which is the sodium there, plus reactant B, which is the chlorine gas, yields our product, which is the sodium chloride. So yun yung tinatawag natin na chemical equations. So the reactants are used in forming the product. Ayun po. So meron tayong reactants para makagawa ng isang product. Okay? Pero not all the time, isa lang yung nabubuo. Kasi there are chemical equations na meron din dalawa or mas marami pang product. Ayun po. So depende sa chemical equation. So as I have said, the arrow shows the direction of the reaction. Okay? So meron ditong arrow, di ba? So it indicates na para makagawa nito ng NaCl, kailangan ng sodium and chlorine gas. So chemical equation is therefore a shorthand for chemical reactions. It gives the reactants, which are the starting material, and the product or products, which are the resulting substances. Ayun po. So parang yung reactant, that's before, and the product is the after. Po. So it shows symbols or formulas po. So sa mga chemical equations, marami tayong makikitang symbols which were shown a while ago sa table po. Now, in in writing chemical equation, we need to have or we need to follow a certain law. Yan po. And that law is referred as the law of conservation of mass. So ipaliwanag ko lang kung anong law of conservation of mass. Sa chemical reaction, matter is neither created nor destroyed. Ibig sabihin nito, ito na yung pinaka-law. Ayan po. So, yung matter daw ay hindi nakikreate at hindi din siya nade-destroy. Ayan po. So, yung mga atoms na nasa chemical reactions or na nasa chemical equations ay hindi sila totally nasisira, hindi sila nakikreate. Ang nangyayari lang ay nagkakaroon lang tayo ng arrangement. Ayan po. Nagkakaroon lang tayo ng arrangement. So, this means that you have to have the same number of each type of atom on each side of the chemical equations. Okay po. So, meaning to say, sabi nga dito sa first statement, walang nabubuo at walang nasisira. So, kung meron tayong equation na ganito, we have sodium plus chlorine gas yields sodium chloride. Kung titingnan natin dito sa reactant side, dito sa left side, meron tayong dalawang sodium. Yan po. Sa right side naman ay meron din tayong dalawang sodium because the 2 here, the coefficient 2, yan po. So meron tayong dalawa, madidistribute yan. So meron tayong dalawang sodium po. Okay? On the left side, the reactant side, meron tayong dalawang chlorine gas. And sa right side, meron din tayong dalawang chlorine gas. So that's 2, yun po, being distributed. Ibig sabihin ng 2 na nasa product side, itong 2 na to, nadidistribute to sa sodium and then sa chlorine. So meaning to say, dalawa ang sodium sa left side, dalawa ang sodium sa right side. Dalawa ang chlorine sa left side, dalawa ang chlorine sa right side. So that's what we mean by the law of conservation of mass. Kung ilan yung number of atoms ng isang specific element sa left side, ganun din dapat yung nasa right side niya. Po. So that's what we mean by law of conservation of mass. So therefore, in balancing chemical equation, we need to follow this certain law. Po. So, balancing chemical equations. After you write a chemical equation, you have to balance it to make sure the same number of atoms of each element are on each side. Po. So, how would we know that an equation is balanced? So, paano ba, sir, na nalalaman na ang isang equation ay balanced? So, for example, this one. Okay? This one is a chemical equation, tama. Pero how do we know if this chemical equation is balanced? So, for example, we have here lithium plus water yields hydrogen gas and lithium hydroxide. Okay? So, titingnan natin, di ba? Yung arrow na to, yun yung nagdi-divide sa dalawang side ng equations. Po. So, yung nasa left side po, we call this one as the reactant. And yung sa right side, we call this one as the product side. Okay? Kung titingnan natin, sa right side, sa left side, the reactant side, merong lithium, merong hydrogen, and then merong oxygen. Sa right side, or sa product side, ganun din, merong lithium, merong hydrogen, at meron din oxygen. So, let's try to count sa reactant side. Ilan ba yung lithium? So, nandito lang yung lithium. So, ilan yan? Okay, we have 1. Okay? Dito sa side na to, ilan po ba, sir, ang hydrogen? So, itong 2 na to na subscript, ibig sabihin yan, nakakabit siya sa H. So, that's why our hydrogen there is, we have 2 atoms of hydrogen. Okay? And then, yung oxygen natin ay isa lang naman. Isa. Diba? So, tapos na tayo sa left side, sa reactant side. Isang lithium, dalawang hydrogen, isang oxygen. Now, sa right side naman, or sa product side, kung bibilangin natin yung lithium, ganun pa din, di ba? Isa pa din. Okay? However, yung hydrogen, kung bibilangin natin, ay meron ditong dalawa, plus dito ay merong isa. So, dalawa plus isa ay, so we have there 3. Okay? And then as to the oxygen, we only have 1. Okay po. So, now, ang tanong ay, balance po ba ang chemical equation? The answer is, no, hindi siya balance. Kasi nga, magkaiba yung number of hydrogen atoms sa left and sa right side. So, in this case, itong equation na to na nandito, na nabigay natin, ay hindi po siya balanced chemical equation. Okay? So, we need to do something. We need to put something here para ma-balance po siya. So, these are the steps in order to balance a chemical equation. Ayan po. So, kanina, ayan po. So, we have here lithium plus water gives or yields hydrogen gas and lithium hydroxide. Okay? So, i-disregard na lang po itong S, L, G, and AQ na to. Ayan po. Because ang purpose lang naman ito ay para ano tawag dyan, mailatag natin properly kung anong state ng mga element or compounds na to. Ayan po. So, S for solid, L for liquid, G for gas, and AQ for aqueous. Okay? So, nabilang na natin kanina, di ba? Okay? Sa reactant side, kanina, napaliwanag na natin na mayroong 1 atom of lithium, 2 atoms of hydrogen, and 1 atom of oxygen. Sa product side naman ay meron tayong 1 atom of lithium, 3 atoms of hydrogen, and 1 atom of oxygen. Okay? So, ang pinakaginagawa lang natin dito, as our fourth step, we need to change the coefficients to make the number of atoms of each element equal on both sides of the arrow. So, ito po yung pinaka-original equation natin kanina, di ba po? So, ang ginagawa natin, naglalagay lang tayo ng mga number, mga number, okay? So, in this case, naglagay tayo ng 2, and then another 2, po. So, yung mga 2 na to, we call them as coefficients, po. So, yung coefficients na to, ay yung mga nilalagay natin, bago yung sa element or compound in order to balance our chemical equation. So, 2, 2, wala tayong nilagay na number dito or coefficient bago ang hydrogen gas, and we also have another 2, po. And then, later, we'll try to check our work. Sir, bakit po naglagay ka dyan ng 2, 2, and then another 2 sa product? Tingnan natin. So, kanina, this one is the original. Ayan po. This one is the original. Okay po. So, binilang na natin to kanina. Okay? So, itong part na to, this one is another example pala. So, for example, with here, CH4 plus O2 yields carbon dioxide and water. Okay? So, if you are going to count sa reactant side, yung carbon natin ay isa lang. Yung hydrogen natin ay 4. Yung oxygen natin ay 2. Okay? So we have 1, 4, and 2. So the total number of atoms is, you just need to combine them. 4 plus 2 plus 1, we have 7. Yan po. Now, dito naman sa product side, ito yung product side. Kung bibilangan natin, isa yung carbon, 2 yung hydrogen. Ayun po, 2. Bakit yung 2? Okay, ito po, H2, 2. And then yung oxygen ay 3. Saan galing yung 3? We have here O2, 2 oxygen, plus meron pa ditong isa, kaya meron siyang 3. So the total number of atoms is 6. That's 1 plus 2 plus 3. That gives us 6. So 7 is not equal to 6. So therefore, itong equation na to ay hindi po siya balance. Okay? So, we need to put something, again, the coefficient, sa ilang part na equation na to para ma-balance po siya. So, ito na. So, change the coefficients to make the number of atoms of each element equal. Okay? So, kung maglalagay tayo daw, okay, in order to balance that chemical equation, maglalagay tayo ng 2 bago yung water, and another 2 for before or prior to the oxygen gas. Ayan po. So, ito na yung balance. Ayan po. Ito na yung balance. So, paano natin malalaman na balance itong part na to? So, you just need to count. Ayan po. Yung sa reactant side, and sa product side. Okay? Kung titingnan natin by mere inspection, ilan na po ang oxygen dito? Tingnan natin yung oxygen muna. So, we have here 2 times 2, we have 4 oxygen. So, dito sa product side, meron tayong dalawa plus dalawa pa. Okay? So, apat na yung oxygen. So, 4 versus 4, that's equal. Tama. Ang carbon naman, ang carbon atom naman dito ay isa sa reactant side at isa din sa product. So, that is equal pa din. And then we have here the hydrogen. We have here 4. Tama. Sa reactant side, 4. Okay? And then yung sa product side is 2 times 2, we have 4 also. So, meaning to say, yung mga number of atoms on both sides are equal. So, therefore, itong part na to ay isa na siyang balanced chemical equation. Okay? So, kaya nga, pinaliwanag natin, ayan po, na naglalagay tayo ng mga coefficient, okay, para ma-balance natin yung chemical equation. So, in that case, carbon natin is 1, hydrogen is 4, oxygen is 4. So, both sides, both reactant and product, para maging ang total number of atoms natin in both sides ay equal. Okay? So, in that case, ito pong part na to ay isa na siyang balanced chemical equation. So, sir, paano ba ang method para ma-balance natin ang chemical equation? So, para kasing bigla ka lang, sir, naglagay ng mga coefficient. Po. So, mamaya ituturo ko kung paano, ano yung pinaka-steps para mapasimple natin yung pag-balance ng chemical equation. Po. But the point here is that para ma-balance ang isang chemical equation, kailangan mong i-count yung mga number of atoms both in the reactant and in the product side. Po. Okay? So, kailangan mabilang mo. So, huwag kang maglagay ng numbers. Po. Kapag balance naman yung chemical equation, nabilang mo na equal naman lahat ng elements, okay, ng atoms ng mga atoms on both sides, equal naman, huwag ka na maglagay kasi nga balance na siya. Po. Pero kapag may nakita ka na hindi balance, okay, or unequal yung number of atoms in both sides, that's the time na maglalagay ka ng tinatawag natin ng mga coefficient. Ayan po. Okay? So, just like here. Okay po. So, just like here. Tingnan natin. So, yung reactant natin dito, ilan ba ang reactants dito? So, we have here 2 aluminum plus 3 barium oxide yields aluminum oxide plus 3 barium. Okay? So, yung reactant natin ay isa and dalawa. Ayan po. So, ang mga reactants natin dito ay aluminum, that's Al, and then we have BaO or barium oxide. Okay? So, that will be our reactant. Sa product naman, these are the two products. So, we have Al 203. 203. And then we have Ba or barium. So, hindi ko na sinama yung mga coefficient. Po. Hindi ko na sinama sa mga coefficient kasi dinadagdag lang siya to make our equation balance. So, we have 2 reactants and 2 products. So, let's try to count. Okay? Let's try to count. Ito yung reactant side. Ito po yung product side. Okay? Tingnan natin. Sir, ilan po ba, sir, ang aluminum dito sa reactant side? If we are going to count, we only have 2. Tama. We only have 2. Okay? For the barium or the Ba, ilan po ba ang Ba or barium? Sa reactant side, we have 3. Tama. 3 Ba, so that is 3. That is 3 times 1, that's 3. Okay? And then as to oxygen, we have, okay, yung 3, madidistribute po. That's 3 times 1. We also have 3 for our oxygen. Okay? So, dalawang aluminum, tatlo yung barium, okay? And then, tatlo yung oxygen. For the product side, let's try to count yung aluminum. Aluminum. So, meron tayo ditong Al2. Okay po. So, yung subscript, ibig sabihin niya na meron tayong dalawang aluminum. So, yung barium naman, okay? Yung barium naman ay, we also have 3. We also have 3. And then, finally, we have oxygen. So, yung O3 dito, yung subscript na 3, that denotes na meron tayong tatlong oxygen. So, we have 2 aluminum, 2 barium, 3 barium, and 3 oxygen. So, we have 233 versus 233. Tama. So, in this case, the equation really conforms the law of conservation of mass. Eh po. So, yes, balance po siya. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na natin siya kailangan i-balance kasi equal na yung number of uh, atoms ng mga elements in both sides of the equations. Okay? So, that's what we mean by balanced chemical equation following the law of conservation of mass. So now, paano ba tayo sir nagkakaroon ng balance or balancing of chemical equations? Ayan po. So here, dito sa mga blank na to, dyan tayo naglalagay ng number. Pag wala kang nilagay na number dyan, that only means na may imaginary one dyan na nakalagay. Ayan po. So, di ba, okay, we have here sodium plus water yields sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Ayan po. So, ang unang step na ginagawa natin, we have this method po. We call this one as the trial and error. The trial and error, ang ginagawa mo lang ay you start by counting. Ayan po, by counting. Bilangin natin. Ilan po ba yung sir yung sodium dito? So, ang ginagawa, gagawa ka ng dalawang side, ililista mo yung mga atoms or mga elements na nandyan. So, we have sodium, hydrogen, and we have oxygen. To the right side, sodium, hydrogen, and oxygen. So let's start with the sodium. Ilan po ba sir ang sodium dito? Na lang naman, di ba? So we have 1. Hydrogen, ilan ang hydrogen dito? So we have H2. We have H2, kaya yung hydrogen natin dito ay dalawa. And then we have here oxygen, O. We only have 1. Okay? So, ganyan lang yung pagbibilang sa part na to. Okay? And then, how about on the right side? Okay? Meron tayo ditong 1. Also, okay po, isa lang dito. And then, as to our hydrogen, that is, okay po, that is H2. We have here 2. Tapos, meron pa ditong isa. Dahil dito ay may plus sign, ibig sabihin yan, 1 plus 2, our hydrogen is, we have 3. Okay? Tatlo. Okay po. So, tatlo sa part na yan. Okay? And then, sa oxygen naman, ay meron tayo ditong isa lang. Okay po. So, isa. So, sa tingin nyo, balance itong part na to? Sa tingin nyo, balance itong part na to? So, hindi. Because equal yung sodium, equal yung oxygen, pero hindi equal yung hydrogen atom. So, ano po ba sir ang ginagawa? Okay? So, para mabalance siya, maglalagay tayo ng mga number dito sa mga blank na to. Yan po. Maglalagay tayo ng mga numbers sa sa tinatawag natin na mga blank na to. Okay? So, sir, hindi po balance yung hydrogen, 'di ba? So, ano ang gagawin natin dito? Hindi balance. So, tingnan natin. So, dito, start tayo dito sa, ang tawag dyan, um, dito sa hydrogen. Pakialaman natin yung hydrogen. Tama. So, pag naglagay ako ng 2 dito sa may reactant side, yun po, pag naglagay ako ng 2, ano kaya mangyayari? Okay? So, take note, mababago yung number of hydrogen. Ilan na po? That is 2 times 2. Naglagay ako ng 2. Kaya 2 times 2. Okay? So, magiging po siyang 4. At po, magiging po siyang 4. Kaso, Pag naglagay ako dito ng 2, hindi lang hydrogen yung maaapektuhan, pati na yung oxygen. So, yung oxygen ko, that is, na dating isa, since naglagay ako ng number 2, so that's 1 times 2, we have here, dalawa na yung oxygen atom natin. Ayan po, dalawa na yung oxygen atom natin kasi naglagay tayo ng 2. So therefore, sa reactant, meron tayong dalawang oxygen at isa na lang na oxygen sa product side. Okay? So tingnan natin, kung maglalagay ako ng dalawa dito, another 2 dito, tama po, para ma-counter ko yun kasi dumagdag yung oxygen dito. So, try tayo maglagay ng dalawa dito. Kaso, pag naglagay ako ng dalawa dito, yung sodium natin ay from 1, magiging na po siyang 2. Okay po. And then, yung oxygen, that's 2 times 1, ito po ay magiging na din dalawa. Tama po, magiging na din dalawa. So, that is 2 times, or 1 times 2, we have 2. Okay? Not only oxygen, but yung hydrogen na din natin. So, dalawa na. Ayan po. So, tingnan natin yung product side. Dalawa, yung hydrogen, dalawa. Ayan po, dalawa. Plus, meron pa tayo dito sa isang part na to na another 2 hydrogen. So, that's 2 plus 2. We have here 4. Okay? So, balance na po ba? Hindi pa. Bakit? Kasi meron pa tayo ditong isang sodium sa left side at dalawang sodium sa right side. So, ang gagawin natin ay maglalagay pa tayo ng number 2 dito. Ayan po. Para yung sodium natin ay maging dalawa din po. So, that's 1 times 2. We have 2. Okay? So, balance na po ba? Balance na? Yes. That is 2, 4, 2. Dalawang sodium, 4 na hydrogen, dalawang oxygen in both reactant and product side. So our final chemical equation is 2Na plus 2H2O yields 2NaOH plus H2. Ayan po. So dito lang tayo sa part na to, walang nilagay na number. Ayan po. So sa part na to, itong ginawa natin ay balance na po. So I hope that is clear po. So ito yung pinaka-tinatawag natin na trial and error method. Ang ginagawa mo lang, naglalagay ka lang ng mga numbers and you try to balance them, po, hanggang wala ka na makitang problema. So ito ay medyo madali lang na method, especially kapag ang equation ay napakasimple lang. Po. So just like here, we have this one. Al plus O2 yields Al2O3. Okay? So, ang ituturo kong another method, this one is what we call the algebraic method. Ayan po. So, math na po tong part na to. Okay? So, ang ginagawa natin ay maglalagay tayo ng mga letters sa mga blank po. Okay? Sa pagitan, bago yung pinaka element or compound, maglalagay tayo ng mga letters po. So, in this case, ang pinaka-equation natin ay aluminum plus oxygen gas yields aluminum oxide. So we have tatlo po. Dalawa sa reactant at isa sa product. Okay? Okay, makinig na kasi makinig dahil ito ay importanteng method, algebraic method. Ito yung mas madali, mas mabilis at kasi sa trial and error method, 'di ba? Parang ang ginagawa mo lang parang nagtsachamba-chamba ka lang ng number. Pero dito ay specific na tayo. Meron na tayong direction. Okay? So again, maglalagay tayo ng mga letters po, dito sa mga blank. Kasi hindi natin alam yung mga number na ilalagay natin dito. So ang gagawin natin ay i-represent muna natin sila ng mga letters po. So in that case, we have A, B, C. So ang next method natin, or ang next step rather ay, okay, magre-represent na tayo ng bawat element. So we are going to start with aluminum po. Aluminum. So ang aluminum sa reactant side ay nag-appear lang dito. Tama? Kung bibilangin natin sa letter A, meron lang tayong isa. So we represent that as A. Okay? Dito sa letter B, wala naman pong aluminum, di ba? So, disregard natin to. Itong arrow na to, i-represent natin siya ng equal sign. Ayan po. And then, sa letter C, meron tayong dalawang aluminum. So, that's why, isusulat natin siya na 2C. Ayan po. So, ang aluminum, in this case, i-represent natin siya ng A is equal to 2C. Again, saan po ba galing, sir, ang A is equal to 2C? Kasi A, dito sa A, isa lang na A. Ayan po. Isang aluminum lang siya na nag-appear dito sa A. Sa B, wala. So, therefore, wala kang B makikita dyan. And then yung arrow, that's our equal sign. Dito naman, we have 2C. Bakit 2C? Kasi meron tayong dalawang aluminum sa C, sa side ng C. Okay? Next ay hindi lang aluminum. Meron din tayong tinatawag na oxygen. Sa oxygen, di ba sa A, wala naman oxygen dito? Kasi nag-appear ang oxygen dito sa part na to, sa may B. Yan po. Dahil meron tayong dalawang oxygen sa B part, we will write 2B. And then yung arrow, that's equal. And then dito naman sa C, meron tayong tatlong oxygen. So magsusulat tayo ng 3C. So oxygen can be represented by 2B is equal to 3C. Ayan po. Again, itong ginagawa natin ay algebraic or mathematical part po ng pag-solve ng chemical equation. So tapos na tayo kasi dalawa lang naman, aluminum and oxygen lang naman. So we have here the representations of those two elements. Okay? So we have A is equal to 2C, then 2B is equal to 3C. So ang next step natin ay pipili ka ng letter. Okay, any of the letter. Pwede kasing pili ka ng ano po, ng kahit sa tatlong 'yan na gagawin mong or equal mo sa 1. Ayan po. So let's try. Let's make A is equal to 1. Ayan po. So gagawin natin yung A na 1. Sir, pwede ba ang B? Pwede ba ang C? Pwede naman. Ayan po. Pero sa part na to, sa solution na to, gawin natin na ang A ay equal to 1. Okay? Kung ang A is equal to 1 and we have this equation sa first po na A is equal to 2C, okay? So A is equal to 2C, kung yan yung first equation natin, pwede natin, dahil inequate na natin yung A into 1, so we can write 1 is equal to 2C. So, sir, saan po ito galing? Yung A po ay pinalitan natin ng 1. Okay? So, 1 is equal to 2C or that is 2C is equal to 1. Kasi equation lang po ito, pinagbaliktad lang natin. Okay? Now, kapag nag-divide ka ng 2 dito sa 2C, okay po, pag nag-divide ka sa left side, kailangan mo rin mag-divide sa right side in order to cancel yung 2. So, ang matitira, since you divided 2 in the both sides of the equation, that gives you C is equal to 1/2. Ayan po. So, C is equal to 1/2. So, meron na tayong value for A, which is 1. Meron na tayong value for C, which is 1/2. Okay? And then, gagamitin natin yung another na ginawa natin kanina na 2B is equal to 3C para mahanap natin yung last part, which is the B. Po. Since 2B is equal to 3C, so 2B, papalitan natin yung C dito, okay, yung C dito ng 1/2. Sir, saan po galing yung 1/2? Kasi na-solve natin, di ba kanina, na ang C ay 1/2. So that is 2B is equal to 3 times 1/2. And then, so pinalitan na natin, so multiply 3 times 1/2, that is 3 3/2. Yan po. So, kaya meron tayo dito na 2B is equal to 3 over 2. Okay? Applying cross multiplication, okay po. Applying cross multiplication, 2B times 2, that's 4B equal to 3. Okay? So, makakakuha tayo ng value for 3 over 4 or 3/4 sa B. Sir, saan po ba, sir, galing yung 3/4? Yung value ng B, which is 3/4. O, dito, magsasolve ka lang po. Gamitin nyo yung knowledge nyo sa math. Ayan po. That 2B cross multiply 2B times 2, that's 4B. Okay? 4B. 2B times 2, that's 4B. And then we have 3 times imaginary 1, that is equal to 3. Okay po. Since B lang hinahanap natin, tanggalin natin yung 4. mag-divide ka ng 4 sa left side, kailangan mo din mag-divide ng 4 sa right side. Yan po, para ma-cancel ito. So, ang matitira po ay 3/4. So, we have here yung tatlong values. Meron tayong A, meron tayong B, at meron tayong C. Yan po. So, nakuha na natin yung mga values na to. So, A is 1, B is 3/4, and C is 1/2. Yan po. Pero, in solving this, hindi po pwedeng, ang tawag dyan, hindi po pwedeng mga fraction. So, ang gagawin natin, itong mga fractions na to, sa 3/4 and 1/2, ay hindi po siya pwedeng may sulat. Yan po. Kasi, we have the rule na dapat whole number siya. So, in order to do that, ang gagawin natin ay, hanapin natin yung greatest common factor, yan po, dito sa part na to. Okay? So, mag-isip kayo ng number na pag minultiply natin itong, especially yung 3/4 and 1/2, ay mawawala na. So, try natin mag-multiply ng, let's say, 4. Ito po. So, 4. So, kung mag-multiply tayo ng 4, yung 4 times 1 ay 4. Okay? So, 4. Dito sa 3/4, pag nag-multiply tayo, that is 4 times 3, that's 12, divided by 4. Okay, so that is 3. Tama po. So, again, 4 times 3/4, that's 3. Okay po. And then, yung last part natin ay yung 4 times 1/2. So, 4 times 1, that is 4, divided by 2, so that is 2. Okay? So, saan po sir galing yung 4? That is 4 times 1. Saan sir galing yung 3? That is 4 times 3/4. Saan galing yung 2? That is 4 times 1/2. So, our final equation here, our balance equation here is 4AL plus 3O2 yields 2AL2O3. Ayan po. So, kung bibilangin natin dito, okay, kahit i-check mo pa yan, meron na tayong equal na numbers. Ng aluminum, we have 4. Dito po ay 4 din ng aluminum, di ba, by inspection. Ilan dito yung oxygen? 3 times 2, 6. Dito naman, 2 times 3, that's also 6. Yan po. So, that is what we mean by balancing equation using algebraic method. Okay? Last na lang, I'll give another example using the algebraic method. So, please bear with me. So, here, we have here the equation kanina, di ba, na ginamitan din natin ng trial and error method. Pero, sir, paano ba, sir, gagamitan ng algebraic method yung equation na to? Okay, yung equation na to, sa part na to. Kasi dalawa na yung nasa reactant, dalawa na yung nasa product. Wala naman po yung case. Actually, kahit dagdagan pa natin yung mga reactants and product dyan, ganun din po yung proseso. Okay? So, we put here, again, representations, just like A, B, C. Dahil apat na sila, meron ng another letter represented by letter D. Yan po. So, ang pinaka una natin gagawin ay we select po. Okay, kung ililista mo yung mga element in the reactant, ano ba yung mga element na yon? We have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Tatlo lang naman. Ayan po. Let's start with carbon. Okay? Sa carbon, no, yung carbon, di ba, nag-appear lang siya sa letter A and then sa letter C. Sa letter B, wala naman ng carbon. Sa letter D, wala naman ng carbon. Okay? Sa letter A, meron tayong isang C. Okay? Kaya we have there A. A lang. Kasi isang ano lang siya, isang carbon lang nga. So, A lang. Equals. Kasi equal, that's the arrow. Sa B, wala naman po, di ba? Dito sa kabilang side, meron din tayong isang C. So, that's what we mean by A is equal to C. So, ang carbon natin can be represented as A is equal to C. Let's proceed with letter H or the hydrogen. Okay? Sa letter, saan ba nag-appear yung H? Sa letter A and then sa letter D. Wala po siya sa B and C. So, sa letter A, meron tayong apat na hydrogen. So, we represent that as 4A. Dito naman sa letter D, meron tayong dalawa, H2. We represent that as 2D. So, sa H, that is 4A is equal to 2D. And then finally, we have O. Ang O naman ay nag-appear sa B, meron din siya sa C, at meron din siya sa D. Okay? Sa B, meron tayong dalawang oxygen, so that is 2B. Sa C, meron din tayong dalawang oxygen, so that is 2C, plus, kasi may plus dito, and then meron tayong isang oxygen po, so that is D. So oxygen, therefore, is 2B is equal to 2C plus D. Okay? So, ang susunod natin gagawin ay, as I have said, pipili ka ng letter na gagawin mong 1. Ayan po. So, that's the next step. So, in this case, sabihin na natin na ang A is equal to 1. Kung ginawa natin na ang A is equal to 1, it follows na ang C ay 1 din, di ba? Kasi sabi dito is A is equal to C. Kung ano man ang value ng A, ganun din yung value ng C. So, if A is 1, then C is equal to 1. So, dyan pa lang, meron na tayong dalawang value for A and for C because they are both equal. So, gamitin natin yung pangalawa, ito pong pangalawa, para mahanap natin yung D kasi alam na natin yung A, di ba? So, 4A is equal to 2D. So, that is 4. Since ang A is 1, that is 4 times 1 is equal to 2D. Okay? So, 4 times 1, we have 4. So, that is 2D is equal to 4. Pinagpalit ko lang po. So, 4 times 1 is 4 equals 2D, or that is 2D is equal to 4. Okay? So, here, we will divide 2 in both sides. Okay po. So, 2D divided by 2, makakancel po ito. Okay? So, ang matitira ang D. Pero 4 divided by 2, that is D is equal to 2. So, meron na tayong tatlo. Meron na tayong A, meron na tayong C, at meron na tayong D. Ang hinahanap na lang natin ay yung B. So, yung B ay nag-appear dito sa pangatlo. So, we will maximize that equation. That is 2B is equal to 2C plus D. Yan po. Papalitan natin yung C at yung D. Kasi alam na natin to, di ba? Yung C ay equal to 1 at yung D ay equal to 2. So, 2B is equal to 2C plus D. That is 2B is equal to 2 times 1 plus 2. So, 2 times 1, that is 2, plus 2. So, that will give us 2B is equal to 4. Okay po. So, 2 plus 2, kaya meron tayo ditong 4. So, pag nag-divide tayo ng 2, para matanggal yung sagabal sa B, magdi-dividean tayo ng 2 dito, para makancel po ito. So, ang matitira ay 4 divided by 2, that is the value of the B. 4 divided by 2 is B. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, B is equal to 2. So, meron na tayong A, which is 1. Meron na tayong B, which is 2. Meron na tayong C, which is 1. At meron na tayong D, which is 2. So, yan na po ang ilalagay natin sa part na to. Yung A, sabi natin dito ay 1, di ba? So, wag na tayo maglagay ng 1 dito. Yung B, dito po ay 2. Kaya meron tayong nilagay na 2 dito sa part na to. And then, yung letter C, itong letter C na to, 1 din siya, kaya di na naglalagay po dyan. And yung D, that is 2. So, ito na po yung pinaka-final answer natin. Okay? So, kung ano yung nakuha mong mga value ng A, B, C, at D, di po yun galing. Ayan po. So, itong part na to, that is already balanced po. So, I hope you learn something from this. So, we just apply either of the two methods, the trial and error method and then the algebraic method, in order to balance the chemical equation, in order to obey what we call the law of conservation of mass. Okay, so I hope you learned that. Kung hindi pa, just visit more videos, learn from your books, and study hard for your exam. Good luck! Have a nice day. Okay, so for your last quiz, I want you to get one of crosswise and kindly answer this two-part assessment po. For the first part, in your one half crosswise, I want you to balance the following chemical equations by supplying the necessary numerical coefficients po, gaya ng na-discuss natin kanina. So you have here 6 equations that you need to balance. And then for the next part, we have part 2, multiple choice. Kindly answer the following questions po. Only 5 questions po. Just write the letter of your choice and then followed by the kindly copy the complete answers po. Not just only the letters. This is number 1. This is for number 2. This is for number 3. This is for number 4. So take note po yung O2 dito yung 2 po is subscript. And this is for number 5. I want you to answer this quiz and then submit that by the second day of our exam. Make sure to comply po kasi this is very important.